Part 1. A Strange House, a Strange Warmth. For 24-year-old Hosik, the word home was still unfamiliar. The orphanage, the army, small rented rooms, his life had always been a series of temporary shelters, where thin walls carried the noise of strangers. When he moved into this old two-story boarding house, it wasn't just because of the cheap rent. The moment he opened the door, an unfamiliar warmth brushed his nose. The narrow hallway glimmered with worn linoleum. Faint traces of old posters lingered on the walls. "This isn't only my house," said Ji-won, the landlady, as she handed him the lease. "It's yours, too." Her voice was firm, yet carried a subtle softness. By the window, where a small juniper cast its shadow, sat Se-yeon with her laptop and a stack of books. She glanced up at him through black-rimmed glasses. "So, you're the new tenant. Do you have any dating experience?" The sudden question made Hosik's ears burn. "No." Se-yeon pushed her glasses up with a faint smile. "How pure. That'll be interesting." A few days later, another woman arrived, Mira, who ran a flower shop. With her hair tied back and arms full of colorful bouquets, she filled the living room with fragrance. "Scents create memory," she said, offering him a flower. "One day you'll be shaken by someone's scent." Her eyes looked playful, but Hosik's heart beat faster. That evening, at their first dinner, the three women naturally placed him in the center. Ji-won served him side dishes. "You're still young, so you'll have to learn properly." "Learn? Learn what?" "How to treat people, how to begin love, and how to understand the body." Her low voice made goosebumps rise on his arms. Se-yeon raised her glass with a quiet laugh. "Love is a skill. Feelings alone aren't enough. Eyes, hands, breath, you have to study them all." "But why me?" "Because you're too pure," she cut in firmly. "Purity is good, but it can also be dangerous, especially in front of women." Mira speared a piece of fruit and held it to him. "Don't worry. We'll take it slow. Everyone is clumsy at the start." Hosik hesitated before taking the bite. The sweetness on his tongue tasted like more than fruit. That night he lay awake replaying their words. Eyes, gestures, breath, the language of the body. For the first time, the thought struck him clear and sharp. "I really don't know anything." The ignorance felt both humiliating and strangely thrilling. He closed his eyes and wondered, could he really learn that from them? Part 2, the first lesson, eyes and distance. Morning sunlight seeped through thin curtains, painting a square of light across the floor. Dust drifted in the beam. Hosik tried not to step on it, then placed one foot inside. Warmth spread through his soul. "Good," said Se-yeon, reclining on the sofa. "That warmth, let it tell you that your body is here now." Ji-won leaned against the wall, slipping off her watch. "Let's set the rules. Today's lesson has 3 parts: eyes, distance, and hands. If anyone feels uncomfortable, stop immediately. Ask, confirm, then ask again. Got it?" "Yes." His throat was dry. Mira poured herb tea into small cups. "And scent? When nerves shorten your breath, inhale this." The sweet tang of lime and honey calmed him. Se-yeon rose first. "Class 1 eyes, the simplest yet hardest. When you look at someone, your eyes speak before your mouth does. Most people don't even realize it. What should I do then?" "Lift your gaze. See the world first, then their outline, and finally their eyes." He tried it. His gaze lingered on the tree outside, traced her outline, and met her pupils. A firm yet gentle light, electricity rippled down his spine. "Good," she whispered. "That said, I won't run. Now another version leave a slight tremor, as if saying, I'm open." He obeyed, softening his stare. "Yes," she breathed. Now your eyes say more than words. G1 straightened. Class 2 distance. There's invisible air between people. Don't tear it, don't push it. Blend it. She stepped toward him slowly. One step touched the surface of the air. The next entered its warmth. The third let their breaths overlap. This is where most conversations end. Beyond here is where love begins. That's why you ask. She leaned closer, whispering, "Is this okay?" "Yes," he stammered. His turn, he stepped forward. Carefully, feeling the floor's grain and the air's resistance. By the third step, their breaths mingled. Her eyes didn't retreat. This distance says, "I know you're here." She stepped closer until barely a hand span remained. "And this, you've entered me." Then she withdrew, restoring the air. Releasing is also a skill. Hosik realized his breathing had changed. "Exactly," Jiwan said. The body never lies. Mira raised a hand, clasped 3 hands. They say little, but everything is precise. One mistake and you're exposed. She halved an apple. "Today, your hands will practice before lips do." She offered her hand. "Touch here, lightly." His fingertips grazed her skin, warmth seeping in. "Good. Now the palm." That's permission's door. But even when it's open, you ask. Her palm opened. "May I?" "Yes." His touch was brief, yet enough to make her throat flutter. Se-yeon picked up an apple slice, pressing it to her lips. Lips are warmer than fruit, but they breathe. Breath sets rhythm. A kiss listens to that rhythm. She leaned close. Their noses brushed, their breaths aligned. Now, lightly. Her lips brushed his once, no more than a whisper. His heart hammered. He asked, "May I?" This time, longer, deeper, until she pulled back. Why stop? Because stopping makes the body remember. I wanted more. That memory creates the next step. G1 clapped once. "Well done." This evening we apply it. Mira later whispered during a walk, "You asked for permission." Good. Never forget asking, waiting, confirming. That's the real skill. And as dusk fell, she added softly, "Tonight I want to hear your breath again." Part 3, a secret practice, hands and lips. Night fell cool, rain tapping at the windows. A single lamp lit the room. Shadows tangled together. Jiwan spread her hand. "Now your body speaks." His fingertips trembled over her skin. A current shot through him. "The palm is a doorknob," she reminded. He asked, and she nodded. Their hands met, heat pulsing between them. Se-yeon whispered from the side, "With just touch, half the door is open." Next comes lips. She bit into a cherry, red juice staining her mouth. Lips confess before words, but don't devour. Brush softly. She leaned in. Their breaths intertwined. Your rhythm. He inhaled thrice, exhaled twice. She matched him. Their lips brushed once, fleeting. His heart lurched. He tried again, longer until she withdrew. "Stop here." Stopping lasts longer. Then Mira stepped forward, scattering fragrance through the air. Lips are like scent. Subtle lasts longest. She tilted her head. "Your turn." He bent forward, hesitant. "Don't fear," she murmured. "This is practice." He kissed her lightly, then again, deeper until she pressed his shoulder, stopping him. "Enough. For the first time, that's plenty." "Was that right?" Jiwon laughed softly. "Yes. The best part is that you didn't rush." Se-yeon closed her eyes halfway. The true lesson isn't lips or hands. It's reading breath. That's tomorrow's class. His heart thundered, lips still tingling. And Hosik realized now the real lessons begin. Part 4, The Edge of Desire, a Night Lesson. Late at night, the power went out. Darkness swallowed the room, rain pounding harder outside. Ji-won's hand found his in the dark. Follow me. She guided him along her shoulders' curve, down to her waist. This is balance. If the waist trembles, so does the heart. Seon's breath brushed his ear. Hear it? Your heartbeat. His whole body shivered. When breath shortens, it means acceptance. Don't hurry, wait. Then Mira approached, carrying her scent of wood and flowers. Your voice matters too, she whispered. My voice? Yes. When you feel, don't only breathe, let sound escape. Even a short one. That's an answer. A low groan slipped from his throat. The air itself seemed to shiver. Good, Ji-won said. Now combine them. Hands, breath, voice. And stop. Hosik recalled every lesson. His hand traced curves. His breath matched theirs. His voice betrayed his feeling. He leaned closer until Ji-won's palm pressed his chest. Enough. Desire deepens only at the edge of stopping. Seon chuckled softly. Now you know. The tremor before touch that's half of sex. And the other half? He asked hoarsely. Mira stroked his hand. Tomorrow. Darkness lingered. Rain softened. His heart pounded like it would burst. If this trembling is only half how immense will the rest be. Part 5, The Boundary Between Love and Sex. Dawn neared. Power returned, but no one turned on the lights. One lamp glowed softly. Ji-won faced him. Your turn now. Seon nodded. Tonight you teach. Mira spun her glass with a faint smile. Give back what you've learned. Hosik inhaled deeply. Lessons flickered through him, eyes, distance, hands, lips, breath. First, eyes. He held Seon's gaze, firm yet gentle. Her eyelids trembled. Next, distance. He stepped toward Ji-won air, folding softly between them until breath overlapped. Then, hands. He brushed Mira's hand, asking, Is this okay? Yes, she whispered, voice unsteady. The room thickened with heat and lips. He leaned toward Seon. Their noses touched, then lips met longer this time, deeper. Her fingers clutched his shoulder. Ji-won pressed lightly against his chest. You don't have to stop, but you can. Her words sounded like a test. Hosik drew a ragged breath, then pulled back. Tonight ends here. Seon's lips quivered with longing. Ji-won's eyes darkened. Mira smiled. You stopped yourself. That means you truly learned. Hosik pressed his hand over his heart, still burning with their warmth. No one moved closer. No one stepped away. The tremor before touch lingered, suspended in the air. Sex, Ji-won said quietly, doesn't begin at desire's end. It begins at the end of restraint. You proved that tonight. Outside, rain ceased. Dawn wind cooled the room. Yet their hearts still blazed. Hosik closed his eyes and understood. Love and sex begin not in the act itself, but in the distance just before, where trembling holds everything.